Hey everybody, thanks for watching Risk Creations Custom. I'm back here again. I got my new project here. A while ago I got this Beechcraft Staggerwing by Flyzone. It was a little slow flyer, a 3-channel, and it had lack of control and wind because it had no ailerons. With just the back control surfaces, it wasn't good enough, and some windy day, if you look back in my older videos, you'll notice that I wrecked it pretty hard into the ground. You can see the battle scars here. Tore the whole back of the plane off, and did sever this wing and the bottom wing, so it was completely destroyed. But then when I went to look up some parts for it, I found out it was a discontinued plane. I said, ooh, I've got a relic here. I think I'll hang on to that, maybe someday put a brushless kit in there. Well, I haven't gotten that far yet, but I did add ailerons, and I did have to strengthen my wings for the added weight. So I took some guitar cables, come closer, I ran some simple guitar cables to some wire connectors, to some plastic on the inside of the frame, because you can't just screw to foam, so I had to have some plastic inserts in there. Ran it through this side and then just locked a collar on there, so that way they're adjustable if they ever loosen up. Now let me show you real quick the other thing that I did. The nice thing I like about this plane is it's got these quick release things for the wing, so you can, if I only had fingernails, makes it nice and easy for transport. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the bottom one off. Don't need to take the top one off. And when I did connect these cables, I did make it so that they're not connected to the wings. They are connected to the struts. So you can take both wings off and just fold the struts back with the body for a nice small transport. But to show you guys what I did for my ailerons, it was a little tricky. Especially considering with this really thin foam, I wasn't able to use the cloth hinges like I usually do. So I used these plastic hinges I got from my grandfather. He got from Great Plains. And they were not fun to get into the wings, but if you look closely, you can see that I got a hinge here, and 2 hinges here. And I probably am not going to be able to, I'm actually going to have to flip it over and unplug this from the radio receiver in order to get the wing out. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this off. Flop these guys back. I should have probably pre-taken these off before the video, but you guys at least get to see how simple this is. Pop that one out, pop that one out. Alright, so there's the top wing. And if you come take a look inside, it's a little crowded in there, but I got it swapped for the 3-channel with a 4-channel now, so I have another channel for my ailerons. And then the original servos, the micro servos, mounted into their original places in here in the back for the vertical and horizontal stabilizer. Let me unplug my aileron channel. Where's the wire? There it is. Now I can remove the bottom wing. So it was a little tricky, but what I did was the old crank system. 1 servo operating both ailerons because there wasn't really anywhere to put micro servos on the wings. So I ran some metal rods down through, and they go all the way through the wing and into the aileron edge, just kind of like a lot of the other ones. I kind of copied my old Cub. And then on this side, same thing. So it's just as simple as that. Just inserted my servo into a block, and now I have ailerons. Which anybody should be able to mimic this if they have the quick know-how. Pause. Filming. Okay, hit the red button.
I just did.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that, you guys. I guess I had an interruption. I had some company for a quick second, so I had to stop in the middle of the video, of course. But back to where I was, like I was saying, and what I had to do with this little pad is here because the original battery went in over here on the bottom. And it was a small little 6-cell battery, nickel metal hydrate battery. But the new battery is a nickel metal hydrate, but it's a lot more cells. So I have to insert it here and kind of lay it down on an angle in order to keep the center of gravity in the proper place. But I can show you again real simple how it is to put back together. I mean, the wires hanging all over the place. It looks like a catastrophe of a mess, but make sure I stuck my wire back in there. But I mean, not bad for what I had to work with. I mean, there aren't any replacement parts for this, so if it wrecks and hits the ground, it's probably going to be its last of its days. It'll look better on the ceiling hanging up. Alright, one simple Phillips screw into the bottom middle of the wing, because it's got the 2 pegs in the front to lock it. I do enjoy that design. So much better than the old rubber band days. There we go, bottom wing is installed. Now, strut. Another strut. And it was a little tricky, but I did have to measure equal distances on my first 2 cables to make sure I wasn't going to have one wing up more than the other one. So hopefully this will definitely help the performance of this plane. Because before, it just really was aggravating to try and fly it like this. And I've flown a lot of 3-channel flyers, and they're not all that bad. But this one, I don't know if it's the style of the wing. In most normal biplanes, you always see the front wing a little more forward than the lower wing. But with this one, the Beechcraft Stagger Wing, I guess that's why they call it the Stagger Wing, it's in the back a little bit. And it kind of makes the plane really, really floaty. You just slightly touch the elevator and it's doing a loop. Another part of the reason why I crashed it last time. I really wasn't expecting it to be so loopy and floaty. There we go. That's all set. Quick tab here. Quick tab here. And it's really amazing how much stronger I've made those wings by doing that. There is absolutely no flop to the wings anymore. And you can imagine how flimsy this foam is. Even with the original battery that was a lot lighter than this, you would sit here and go like this, and it looked like the wings were going to snap. I said I just couldn't do it. Freaked me out flying it. Now it's a lot more comfortable. But for now, sorry, that's just a quick teaser. You guys will see me again soon in the ball field, and until then, wish me luck.